There is a demand letter drafted and waiting with your name on it. It's for 10 lakh rupees, and the single click that triggers it could be the publish button on your next marketing campaign. Let's make sure that never happens. Your competitors are slow because they are scared. They hesitate to use powerful content, worried about the legal consequences. This fear is a strategic opportunity, but only if you have a system for making decisions with speed and precision. This is that system. You've heard the advice. Be careful with copyright. Just use fair use. It's the kind of vague, surface-level guidance that keeps you small. It forces you to guess. And in business, guessing is the most expensive strategy of all. That trending T-series track you want for your next Instagram reel. That perfect meme from Mirzapur for your new ad campaign. That incredibly insightful chart from a competitor's report. Each one is a roll of the dice, a potential legal landmine. You feel it. A nagging uncertainty that slows you down, that makes you second-guess your own marketing instincts. This isn't just about avoiding a lawsuit. It's about a fundamental operational drag on your business. The time you waste searching for the perfect, safe image. The opportunities you miss because you're unsure. This hesitation costs you momentum. It costs you market share. The internet is flooded with terrible advice on this topic. It's reactive, not strategic. It tells you what not to do, but fails to give you a framework for what you can do confidently and quickly. Let's make this real. Using a hit song from Diljit Dosanjh or Arijit Singh in your promotional video isn't a small mistake. Music labels like T-Series and Sony Music don't send polite emails. They have entire departments armed with technology that crawls the internet, specifically looking for your ad. Their goal isn't just a takedown, it's a demand for damages that starts in the lakhs and is non-negotiable. Think about using a classic scene from Scam 1992. You think you're being clever, making a relatable marketing point. What you're actually doing is appropriating one of the most valuable assets of a major studio, their brand equity, and they will deploy serious legal firepower to protect it. This isn't just about big media. Indian courts are now consistently recognizing that the total look and feel of a website, an app's user interface, even the specific structure of a sales page, is protectable. Lifting your competitor's UI isn't inspiration, it's theft, and it is actionable. We see founders lose their entire business over this. A promising edtech startup built on selling mass photocopied materials from a larger competitor. They didn't just get a demand letter, they got an injunction that shut them down overnight. This fear, this constant low-level anxiety, is a strategic poison. It makes you operate from a defensive crouch. But elite operators don't guess. They don't hope. They run systems. And the system for this is deceptively simple. It's a mental model I use with my highest level clients to make rapid, intelligent decisions about every piece of content they use or create. I call it the IP traffic light system. This isn't legal theory from a textbook. It's a tool for operators. It's about managing risk to gain a strategic speed advantage. It sorts every piece of content into one of three categories: red light, yellow light, and green light. Master these three and you will operate with a level of clarity that 99% of your competitors will never achieve. Let's start with red light, presumed illegal, full stop. Red light actions are non-negotiable. This is not a calculated risk, it is a strategic blunder. Any argument for fair use here is pure fantasy. This is where you directly appropriate a high-value, commercially protected asset for your own direct commercial gain. What does this look like? 1. Using hit Bollywood or pop songs in your ads. As we discussed, this is a direct infringement. The cost of a license is microscopic compared to the cost of litigation. 2. Ripping OTT or movie clips for marketing. Using a clip from Family Man or Gangs of Wasseypur to sell your product is a clear red light. 3. Selling mass photocopied courses or books. A business model built on the unauthorized reproduction of someone else's core product is the fastest way to get sued into bankruptcy. The principle is simple. If the asset is someone else's core commercial product or a famous piece of IP, and you are using it for direct commercial gain, you are in the red light zone. Stop. Now for the most dangerous zone, yellow light. Caution. Analysis required. This is the zone of nuance. This is where most businesses get stuck and where the most expensive mistakes are made. Yellow light actions aren't automatically illegal, but they carry significant, often hidden, risk. They require you to pause and run a quick analysis. In law, we have 4 fair dealing factors, but let's reframe that as a simple 4-point litmus test for entrepreneurs. 1. Purpose. Is your use transformative or merely duplicative? Are you critiquing, parodying, or reporting on the work? Or are you just reposting it for views? 2. Nature. Is the original work highly creative, like a film or a song? Or is it more factual, like a news article? Our courts give far more protection to creative works. 3. Amount. Are you using a small, necessary clip? Or have you taken the entire heart of the work? And 4. Market harm. Does your work substitute for the original? Will people watch your video instead of buying the original course or watching the movie? Let's apply this. What lives in the yellow zone? Using memes in commercial content. That image in the meme is almost always from copyrighted material. While meme culture is widespread, the moment you use it to sell your SaaS product, you attach a commercial purpose. This severely weakens your fair dealing claim. AI-generated art in a specific artist's style. Training an AI on the works of, say, M.F. Hussein and selling the outputs is deep in the yellow zone. It's commercially risky and legally untested ground in India. Influencer reaction videos. There's a huge difference here. Reacting to a movie trailer with significant original commentary can be transformative, but reacting to an entire web series episode with minimal input is not. The principle here is that you are making a bet. The more your use is commercial, the less you transform the work. And the more you copy, the more likely you are to lose that bet. Finally, we arrive at the zone of strategy, the zone of freedom. Green light, generally safe, proceed with confidence. This is your strategic safe harbor. Building your content strategy on green light assets is how you build a defensible brand and sleep at night. You are not just avoiding lawsuits, you are building long-term, ownable intellectual property. What is in the green light zone? 1. 100% original content. Anything you create yourself. Your photos, your videos, your articles, your code. This is the ultimate strategic moat. It is yours. 2. Explicitly licensed content. This is the professional's choice. Using music from a service like Epidemic Sound, photos from Getty Images, or hiring professional Indian photographers. You are paying for a license. That license is your shield. But you must read the license to understand its boundaries. 3. Public domain works. In India, copyright generally expires 60 years after the death of the creator. This means the works of titans like Rabindranath Tagore, Munshi Premchand, or Subramania Bharati are green light assets you can freely and powerfully commercialize. It's a way to tap into deep cultural roots, legally and safely. And 4. Commissioned works with an ironclad agreement. This is critical. When you hire a freelance writer, designer, or agency, you must have a contract. That contract must contain a work-for-hire clause that explicitly assigns all intellectual property to you. Without this specific clause in India, the creator retains ownership by default, even if you paid them in full. An email confirmation is not enough. The green light principle is built on two pillars: ownership, explicit permission. It requires deliberate action, but it is the only way to build a scalable and defensible content engine. Red, yellow, green. You now have the framework, the IP traffic light system. It's an elite mental model for speed and precision. You understand the zones, you understand the principles. You are already ahead of the vast majority of your competition. But understanding the system is step one. Applying it perfectly. When a campaign deadline is looming, ₹1 million ad spend is on the line, and your team is looking to you for a decision. That's an entirely different challenge. Because under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your systems. What if you could bypass the guesswork entirely? What if you could run any piece of content, a song, an image, a meme, a video clip, through a rigorous logical filter and get a clear go, no-go decision in under 90 seconds? That's why I codified this entire framework. I took the mental model and turned it into a powerful one-page tool for operators. Introducing the Founder's IP Risk Decision Tree. This is not another ebook to gather dust on your hard drive. It is a pragmatic tool for founders designed for immediate application in the real world. It is the exact flowchart I use to guide my clients, helping them classify any asset as red, yellow, or green in seconds. It includes the simple 4-question yellow zone litmus test to help you confidently analyze those tricky situations like memes and reaction videos. This tool transforms you from someone who knows the theory into someone who can apply the system under pressure. It eliminates expensive guesswork and replaces it with strategic certainty. You can stop operating in fear and start creating with confidence. For less than the cost of a single business lunch, you can own the system that protects your business from crippling legal fees and gives you a decisive speed advantage. The link is in the description. Click it now to get the Founder's IP Risk Decision Tree. Eliminate the risk and arm yourself with the tool for intelligent action.